Welcome guys, this is Lornick96, and I am back to give you guys another toy review. Now today I'm going to be reviewing my third favorite monster, kaiju, out of the Ultra Monsters, and if you've seen that video you know who it is, and I've kind of showed him off in my last few videos because he's part of the TV series that the other two were in, and that is Gudon from Ultraman Jack. Now, here, let me show off his card quickly. Again, he is released from the new series. He's number 12. There's Jack, and there's a picture of Gudon. Which I don't know why. The show suit just looks so different compared to that suit. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, here is Gudon in all of his tentacle glory with his whips. And I'll get to his history first. I know this one a little bit more than, like Black King and King Saurus 3, because I've actually, I like this character more, and I've seen more of the episodes that he was in. Yeah, I mock myself a lot, but, I don't know if it was a two-parter episode or it was just one. So yell at me all you want, but I'm just gonna call it a two-parter, I guess. So apparently, what happened was, there's this monster egg that was in the city, and apparently it started to hatch, and Twintail came out. Now, I don't have Twintail, but he is probably what is known as, like, the Minya of Godzilla series. He's, like, one of the ugliest, and just the one that gets picked on and beat up a lot, so. No, wait, it's Baragon, or Anguirus, or whatever. He's basically the kicking bag of the series, or the punching bag, or whatnot. So yeah, basically he appeared in his fully weird-looking suit. I don't know, I just think Twintail looks funny, but whatever. I'm not talking about Twintail, I'm talking about the episode. So he was just walking around, like, destroying buildings while he was walking around. Because that's what kaijus do, apparently. And, so eventually, he turned into Jack and was fighting Twintail and having a little trouble, but he was doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden, Gudon appeared. And Gudon is a monster that, well, his species apparently eats like the Twintail species. So, yeah, apparently Gudon was feeling a big hunger for Twintail, and he... Yeah, but first he was, like, beating up Ultraman Jack, too, so, yeah. So apparently he was he wanted Ultraman Jack out of the way so he could eat his dinner. But eventually, yeah, Ultraman Jack was defeated, of course. And, after he flew away, Gudon and Twintail were fighting for a little bit, and then they just, like, gave up, and it was really awkward. But then after that, the next part, yeah, sue me, I'm saying part 2, I don't know if it's part 2. But later on, Twintail appeared again. Wait, no, they were just fighting Twintail, and they found out an idea. And basically, they blew one of Twintail's eyes, so he would become blind. Eventually, they blew out his other eye, so he was totally blind. And then Ultraman appeared, and he fought Gudon and Twintail. But actually, Gudon first killed Twintail after, like, lifting Twintail up and just smacking him on the ground. Apparently that kills him. And then after that, Ultraman Jack and Gudon start getting into a fierce battle. And then eventually, Ultraman Jack just knocks him down on the ground, and he just shoots a Specium Ray, or whatever the ray is called, and kills Gudon. And that was it for him and Ultraman Jack. Now, I don't know if he... Oh, yeah, he did make an appearance in Ultraman Mebius, the most overrated show, I think. I don't know why. Everyone just loves Mebius, but there are good reasons for the show, so I'm not gonna hate on it, because I don't think it's bad. But I am going way off topic in this review. I guess I'm want to be really talkative today, so... Yay, good for you guys, and me. So eventually, I'm gonna try not lip smack, because I do that sometimes. Getting off topic. So eventually, the same plot, I guess, happens in Mebius. But eventually, I don't yeah, Mebius doesn't kill him. Instead of this other giant monster, I don't remember its name. He just, like, eats Gudon and Twin-Tail whole, so, yeah. Bye-bye to them. So, yeah, that's basically his appearance in Mebius. And then, of course, he fought in the Daikaiju series, but it was a very pathetic fight that he was in. He fought Naranga, and it was really upsetting because Naranga was just kicking... Gudon was kicking Naranga's ass basically through the whole battle, and then all of a sudden, Naranga disappears and then shoots Gudon with lightning, and Gudon just falls down, dies, drools, and is dead. Yeah. Great battle. So yeah, and of course, he's appeared as a background monster in the Legends movie, and was actually fighting Ultraman, which is kind of funny, because I guess they wanted to relate Ultraman with Ultraman Jack, so... Because in that movie, all of, like, the monsters that the Ultra was fighting are from his series. So, like, take, for example, King Pandan here. He was fighting Ultra 7, along with El King. So, yeah. It's kind of cool. But anyway, now that I've got his history done, well, not very detailed history, yeah. Again, I'm not, like... big out of the original Ultraman series, because that's really the only series that I've watched a lot of, so. But anyway, let's get on to this figure. Now, if you don't know, this figure is really nice. He, looks really, really nice. I'll get up close on detail. As you can see, there's a lot of, like, scratches and indents in there. I don't know if you can see that too well. But he looks really, really nice. As they do their figures really nicely. The face looks great, too. He's just got that Gudon face, which I love. He's kind of like a giant centipede, but cooler than a centipede. Because he's got the horns, which are huge. But I mean, if you look on the suit, they're like straight out. And this one, they're pretty bent, so they look more evil, I guess. And yeah, he does have that hunched over pose and like beer belly look for his belly. But that looks okay. I mean, yeah, it works out. I didn't think he was that fat. He didn't have this big belly and it was super hunched over. But I guess that looks decent. I think it would look better than the vintage figures, which looked really weird. And then they got pretty small legs. And then he's got a pretty long tail, which is weird. Because his tail... I didn't even realize he had that much of a tail, if you look in the episode, but, yeah, I guess you want to look at the monster, not the tail, so. Anyway, let's get on to scaling here. Now, first off, of course, here is Ultraman, not Jack, because I don't have Jack. Now, I think this looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good, because, even though Gudon's hunched over, this looks like it would still work out pretty well, because Gudon's still tall. But if his head was up more, that'd probably be even better. But, yeah, this still looks pretty good. So you can still make Ultraman and Gudon fight each other in a fierce battle. And, of course, let me show you the monster that I've showed off in the past 2 reviews. And that is Black King, a fellow Jack monster. Again, I said this looked really cool. Just to have these two fight, which would be kind of ironic. My bets would be on Gudon, but that probably wouldn't happen. And then, or you can make them team up, which would be even better. So yeah, Black King works. And let me pull out the guy I just showed, King Pandan, because I haven't showed him off yet. Now, I think King Pandan should be that much bigger. Because, again, King Pandan should be bigger. I haven't really talked about King Pandan. You'll hear more about him in the next review because he is my last figure in my collection update. So, yeah, it's King Pandan's fault for that one. 2 more. Here's one I just felt like pulling out for fun. EX Gomra. Yeah, this would work. This looks really good. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. So yeah, good scaling here. And here is the Godzilla I haven't pulled out in a while. YMSF 64 Godzilla. Yeah, this also looks pretty good. It kind of looks like, if you pose it back here, it looks like Godzilla's shooting his fire beam, or atomic breath, or however you want to say it, at Gudon. So yeah, that one looks good. And now we'll get on to articulation, which is pretty basic. His arms move, well, they don't move 360 because of all his spikes, because he's full with spikes. Yeah, so the other one does the same. It basically gets stopped here and then stopped up here. So yeah, he's got this weird head rotation because it's right here, but I still think it's fine. So you can make it look like he's dead or something. Why would you want to make Gudon dead? He's awesome. And then, of course, his whips can move, which is pretty sweet. So you can kind of make him look like this. Like he is like Frankenstein, or doing the Thriller. Or you can make him go like that, so he's like whipping, or, yeah, hitting someone. And then the tail moves. Not all the way, because again, this, well, wait, does it move all the way? No, I think the spikes would get in the way. So yeah, no leg rotation though, which is kind of unfortunate, because I think they should have added the legs instead of the tail, because the tail's like pointless. Because I mean, yeah, let his tail move, but not his. You glue seal his. Yeah, that makes total sense. But I digress. Let's get on to paint job, which is pretty basic. He's got that color that most modern figures that were made, not, you know, like the old vintage look that King Source 3 had. He has more, it looks more modern color. That's what I'm just thinking. He's got a tan look, like a very brown tan, and he's got some dark hints of brown all over. Of course, he's got the red eye. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. That was the phone ringing. Just my parents. Well, my dad. So anyway, I was off on his paint job. Yeah, of course he's got the red eye, and he's got the whitish yellow teeth. And they are individually sculpted, but it's not like special because he's only got a few teeth. And he's got this like blackish coloring for the whip. And I forgot to mention is my Gudon's from this side right whip is bent because of how the packaging was. So yeah, this one looks fine, but this one's a little bent right here. So I guess that looks okay because it looks more, you know, moving. He looks more moving, but it kind of annoys me when you look at that and you just see that bent arm. But oh well, that's just my figure. So yeah, I think I've said everything. Yeah, so history is getting pretty longer now. More than, you know, Black King or someone like that. But not as long as, like, Gomera. Paint job looks pretty nice. To the original card there. Yeah, that looks pretty accurate. But I think this one looks more like the one from the newer series. So, that's what I'm just thinking. So, yeah, this looks pretty accurate. Sizing works pretty well with the correct figures. Some may say it's bad, but I think it looks pretty nice. Articulation's pretty good. There's a bunch of points. Not all of them are 360, but that's not something to really complain about. Because, I mean, who really is going to put the arm back here? I mean, it's just a saying, oh, look at that. It sucks because it won't go past that point. Yeah, like, we can bend our arms all the way around 360, so. Yeah, just shut up, people who think 360, it's not 360, it sucks. But I doubt there's that many people, because who would be like that? And, yeah, I've said all the points. So I'm going to give this guy a 5 out of 5. He's pretty much a really nice figure, and I just really like him overall, because he's got a lot of points that are just really, really nice. That's probably why they haven't really, you know, released this figure again, because this one's been such a good job that it just looks perfect, I think. Yeah, he does have that fat belly and hunched over body, but that's really minor compared to all the other really nice aspects of this figure. So I totally recommend this to any Ultraman fan because this monster is really cool. But I'd also recommend getting Twin Tail, of course, because it's the monster he fights in most of his appearance. And so yeah. So if you're a Jack fan, this is a definite must. I recommend getting him along with Twin Tail. I'm going to pick up Twin Tail eventually, and when I do a review of him, I'll pull out him again. And, yeah, just any Ultraman fans who think this guy's really cool or just know him, I definitely recommend him. And even Godzilla fans, he works really well with the YMSF even. So, yeah. If any of you Kaiju fans think this guy looks really cool, then definitely pick him up. Again, 5 out of 5. I totally recommend this figure, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this pretty awesome figure. Alright, see you guys later.